Assalamualaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So the topic that we will discuss today it is the commercial uses of the enzymes. Basically, when we talk about the enzymes, all the enzymes are proteins in nature, and we know that the proteins are made up of different amino acids. Different amino acids combine by a specific type of linkage. That linkage is known as the peptide linkage. When they combine, they make up the proteins, and all the proteins are enzymes, or we can say that the enzymes are proteins in nature. So the proteins or the enzymes are used in our daily life for many purposes, and they have a lot of uses on their commercial scale. First one, they have their use in food. They are used in the juices, cheese, beer, and the meat. The second, they are used as in the detergents. The washing performance was done by the detergents. They are used in the formation of fine chemicals, and the fine chemicals are basically amino acids, and they are used in the formation of the antibiotics. Then they have their use in the therapeutic agents. These are used to remove the toxins or all the toxic substances. Then we have the molecular biology. It is used as a restriction enzymes in all the molecular substances. And then they have their analytical use. They are used in the clinical analysis and the analysis of the food. So let's discuss their uses one by one. The first one is in the process of fermentation. Here we have the process of fermentation. Now, what does mean by the fermentation? It has been divided into two parts. Basically, the first part is known as glycolysis, in which the glucose first changes into the pyruvic acid, and then this pyruvic acid undergoes the fermentation. The fermentation is of two types. The first one type we have the lactic acid fermentation, and the second we have alcoholic fermentation. And in alcoholic fermentation, we use the yeast. This yeast works as enzyme over there, and as a result of alcoholic fermentation, we gain the three products. Or here, the use of Saccharomyces, we gain ethanol plus CO2 and ethanol and CO2. That is the beer, wine, or the bread. So this is the simple alcoholic fermentation in which we use the alcohol, or the formation is main alcohol. The second type of fermentation is anaerobic. Bacteria is used as the lactic acid fermentation, because here the production of lactic acid just takes place by aspergillus and the lactobacillus. These are the bacteria basically used in this process. And lactic acid here, from the aspergillus we gain it is soya sauce, and from the lactobacillus that we gain it is cheese and the yogurt. So fermentation, it is the process in which the pyruvic acid is converted into the lactic acid and alcohols. So that's why they are categorized as lactic acid and alcoholic fermentation. And all the fermentation process we use the enzymes, and we can also replace them. There are other types of enzymes used. The first one we have diastase, the second we have invertase, and the third one we have zymase. So the word ase where comes, it's mean it is an enzyme. So we can also use these three enzymes in the fermentation. Then we have its use as a microbial enzyme. Basically, the enzymes that are obtained from the bacteria, and they are then used to make the biological detergents. They have their microbial enzyme function. And these microbial enzymes are used for the production of the different detergents. Now, what these detergents just play the role, they may be in the form of powder, or they may be in the form of liquid. Basically, they contain the enzyme that is known as lipase. So that lipase decomposes the fats. It decomposes first the fats into the more water soluble compounds. These fats are converted into water soluble compounds, and when they are converted into these compound, now these compounds just get dissolved in the water, and in turn they will be removed from the clothes. On the other hand, we have the second enzyme which is named as amylase. Now the amylase, it just works to remove the starch based stains. The starch based stains. On a whole, we have the cellulase. This is the third enzyme, which is the cellulase. This is just used to degrade the cellulose. It degrades the cellulose into glucose. Now, glucose is water soluble, then it is removed from the clothes as it is a water soluble compound. On the other hand, we have many bacterial proteases. We are talking about the bacterial proteases. It just break down the protein stains from the cloth. So all these enzymes that are present in these detergents, they clean all the clothes effectively, and then the clothes are new to us. So this was their microbial enzymes. Then we have, it is used for the purification of the fruit juices. So when enzymes are used for the purification of the fruit juices, they are just added to the simple fruits that have been just crushed. In the crushed fruits, they have been added. Likewise, if we have the grapes, when it added up in the grapes, now what just happened? They also increase the yield of the juice or the yield of the products that are extracted, as they are used to remove all the suspended particles. All the suspended particles that are present in the crushed fruits, they are used to remove. Enzyme just removes that. In turn, it also improves the color of the fruit skin. It also improves the color of the fruits juices that is gained from the different type of fruits. So here we can have the cherry juice, we have the orange, we have different types of juices. We have the strawberry juice as well. All these are juices get purified by the use of the enzymes. Then we have, it is used in the bakery items. Basically, we have the enzyme, its name is amylase. Amylase. It is an enzyme which is used in bread making, as it is used in bread making for its proper preparation process. So that's why they can yield more starch in the flour, produces more starch in the flour, even if they are efficient enough to convert the starch into the sweet glucose. And when they convert that starch into the sweet glucose, so they can be also used as the sweetener for the food. They are used as the sweetener for the foods. On a whole, we have its complete name as maltogenic amylase. As it second part, we have glucose oxidase and we have pentosinase. All these are used in the baking process. Then we have the last one used as a commercial. It is used in the dairy industries. In the dairy productions, all the productions that done from the milk are known as the dairy products. We have the rennet, lactase, protease, and the catalases. These are used in the dairy products, and they are all used in the production of the cheese. yogurt, and many other dairy products. On the other hand, they are also used to improve the texture of product along with its flavors. This was all about today's lecture about that was the commercial uses of enzymes. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that. And the next topic that we will discuss it is the diseases due to the deficiency of the vitamins. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day.